Time now for the Pig and the Hen. Pig and the Hen Show. Pig and the Hen Show.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's
What are we talking about? Jesse Lingard. I mean, do you want me to talk about Jesse Lingard for a little bit?
Sure. I mean, might as well just read out. We've got a super chat here from Gungshi, actually, seeing as you brought that up, and who comments. Thank you very much, Gungshi, for the super chat. He says, Ollie must start dropping underperforming players like Lingard. Play Gomez instead. Continue, Hen.
Okay, interesting. Well, okay, so a couple of things I've got to say about Lingard. Number one, in terms of watching highlights of the game, in terms of listening along to you with your little stint there with Full-Time Devils, and congratulations on that. It was a very well done performance on the Full-Time Devils, and hopefully people listening to the Pig and the Hen listens along to that, and that was
hopefully
brilliant.
We've got a couple new people in here from Full-Time Devils, mate. Do you know what I mean? Because I did plug the podcast 3 p.m. on the Wednesday, so there might just be one or two randomers in here.
Potentially, if they like the look of your face that much, then they might have just thought, do you know what? I actually fancy this person a little bit, and I'm going to click subscribe on his actual channel.
Crikey.
Could have happened. You never
Interesting
know.
how your brain goes there.
No, that's more interesting how your brain goes there.
It is. But yeah, no, I think Jesse Lingard's just shite, mate. He's not going to be the United player starting week in, week out. He's just a squad player. He's a decent squad player, but that's
the
it.
point I was trying to make. Yeah. The point I was trying to make. I hadn't finished. The point I was trying to make is, yes, you did your thing there. You did the live match cast, brilliant. But I was actually there with the rest of us, actual, normal minions in the YouTube social media world on that live chat, on that, during your live stream, just trying to pick up on what people are saying, getting involved, getting stuck in there. And there was a lot of people watching that stream, commenting, saying Lingard is just not performing. Get Lingard off. What is Lingard doing? Lingard's doing nothing. Some of it was obviously more derogatory than that, but that was the general gist of it. Okay. That coupled with watching the highlights of the game, extended highlights, I know you can't read too much into that, but still, it's a good 10 minutes plus of watching the key moments of the game. And Lingard, obviously, was not involved in anything. In anything at all. That's not good enough. If he's playing in that position, if he's playing in that role behind the striker, where he's kind of central, and he should be getting stuck in. He's not getting stuck in at all. He's getting stuck out.
Are you finished?
And that's his problem. Yeah, well, I guess so. Well, I want to hear your rebuttal to that, mate. Lingard is an issue now.
100%. But he's always been an issue though. Like he's a decent player.
He's been put into an important position there by Solskjaer.
I agree. Yeah.
That for me, that is Christian Eriksen's position.
The thing is with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he's right in some ways, Jesse Lingard is probably the right man to play in that position in certain games. And what I mean by that is when you come up against, actually, it sounds counterproductive to say this, but he's probably more effective against the bigger, better teams like a Man City who are going to have a lot of the ball in front of them, and you need someone who's got the energy and can just run around in that area, win the ball back, put the pressure on, and just press them high up the pitch. You do need that. I think that is very, very useful. But when you're playing a team like, say, Wolves or a team like Crystal Palace, who are not going to be flooding forward, who are not going to have the lion's share of possession of the football, they're just going to sit back and try and counter you, basically. And they've got they've got two defensive banks, effectively, very, very tight. And in that instance, I think you do need somebody who's got a bit more ability with the football to with vision to unlock a defence. Somebody like Juan Mata, for instance. Now, I know Juan Mata's not been great for United recently, but he would have probably made a lot more sense playing in that position than Jesse Lingard that day. Just simply because he's a passer, he's technically very good, he's intelligent, he's got the vision. He could unlock a defence with a pass. Jesse Lingard's not that man. Jesse Lingard is a great presser, but that's it. That's about it. He's a headless chicken in a lot of ways. So I think you're totally right.
Sometimes you kind of need someone with a bit more physicality. I mean, what I've noticed is since Lukaku's gone, even though Lukaku's obviously an out-and-out striker, he's still offered a bit of physicality, a bit of muscularness. Is that the word for it? Up front, that does make a difference. Muscularity. There we go. And you're kind of lacking that. I mean, I know Alexis Sanchez hasn't been involved in. Obviously, we're going to get on to his
loan
move to Inter.
It's clear Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play a different way.
But sometimes you need that. And okay, Solskjaer's playing in a certain way, but we've got physicality in Tottenham. Man City got physicality. All these things. You never win.
You don't need physicality, though. You don't need physicality to be a good team.
You
don't. Look at Man City's team.
You do need a bit of it.
Man City's team. They're a bunch of tiny little scrimpers.
City's got a bit of physicality.
Not
They've got a bit of physicality,
right? You've got Aguero, he's a little scrimper. You've got David Silva, he's a little scrimper. Bernardo Silva, a little scrimper. They're a team full of scrimpers. Just like Barcelona were a team full of little players.
Yeah, but you know, Manchester United are not.
Yeah, we're not there yet. No, we're not there yet. No, but that's what we're going for. That's what we're going for. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has a clear vision, mate.
Ole Gunnar is not going to. It's not going to be an emulate. It's never going to be able to emulate that type of team.
Nah, that's bullshit,
That's
mate.
where you're always going to be worse than City,
ever.
mate.
That's a bit harsh just to write us off.
I'm going to say that right now. You never. If what you're trying to say is Ole's trying to emulate what Pep's doing. Good luck, mate.
Well, I'm not saying he's trying to emulate it. I'm just saying he's trying to play a certain way. He's got rid of the big lummox up top there. We're not necessarily playing with a hold-up man. We're looking to play with fast, pacey attackers, getting in behind and unlocking defences that way. The old Manchester United way. That's how United play. We never play with a big, massive target man up top there. So I like the fact Ole Gunnar's trying to bring us back to roots.
You still had strong players.
In certain positions. But, I mean, if you're talking about height and size and things like that, you know, Scholes and Keane, yes, Keane's a strong player. He's not tall. He's not a big player.
Cantona.
Berbatov. Are you trying to tell me Berbatov was a physical player? You're taking the piss. He was the opposite of a physical player.
But what I'm
saying
is, it was still a bit of a lump, though.
Anyway, no, Berbatov was not a good example. Cantona, fair enough. Yeah, okay. He was more of a physical player. There's been others. There's been others here and there. But what I'm saying is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer seems to.
I think you're harsh on Berbatov. You're harsh on Berbatov.
Mate.
He scored
I love him.
shitloads of goals for Manchester
hang on a sec. You're trying to say that I'm dissing Berbatov. I'm not dissing Berbatov. I love the Berbatov. I'm merely stating the point that he's not a physical player, mate, which is 100% true. Doesn't mean he's not a great player. Well, you're putting words in my mouth here, Hen. Okay? Now, the point I'm making is Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they're trying to play a certain way, okay? Now, we're not doing it right at the moment. We're not doing it effectively. It will take time. Maybe it will never happen. But you can see what he's trying to do. Unfortunately, he selected Lingard in that game. Wrong decision, in my opinion. Needed somebody who can actually feed the balls through to Rashford and Martial properly. Get them in behind. If we're going to play with pacey attackers, thread the balls through. But Jesse Lingard is not the man to do that, in my opinion, nor will he ever be.
Thread the balls through. Is that a little kind of like, are you trying to give us some kind of like symbolism that you need Fred back involved?
No, because I pronounced it thread and not Fred, but okay then.
Okay, well, I mean, the similarity's still there.
Hey, look, I'd rather see Fred play, mate. I'd actually rather see Fred play, not in that role, but if you were going to play Fred, I don't know, Fred and McTominay with Pogba in front. That makes more sense to me right now than playing Poxy Jesse Lingard, who's clearly not good enough. And maybe it would allow Pogba to actually play in a role that he likes and free him up a little bit to create, because he is a good creator. You saw that some of the assists he has made for United over the years, fantastic. Even in the Chelsea game, he got 2 world-class ones. I'd play him there, you know, if I had to play Pogba.
So what's going on?
It's time now for the Pig and the Hen. Pig and the Hen Show. Pig and the Hen Show.